So learning objective. Okay, so the first one will be to list out the do's and the don'ts of recording lecture video independently. And next will be to introduce available video editing apps or software and tools and so on. Okay, next will be to demonstrate the process of video editing in producing learning videos, or in your case, MOOC videos. Okay. All right. So some problem that you might anticipate. Okay. For example, for video editing would be preparation wise. Okay, so if you are not used to talking in front of camera, you might want to practice. Okay, so I would say practice is the most important thing, especially if it involve other people in your production. Okay, maksudnya kalau awak bukan seorang. Okay, so you have other people, let's say in your team kan, in your MOOC. Okay, so you might have 5 people, okay, with you. Okay, and then you have designated one day just to do shooting. Okay, and then you have your colleague to do the camera recording. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to stay on time because we don't want to overshoot our shooting timing. Okay, so that's why try to just do some very brief practice, okay, in front of the mirror, okay, or do some of your own personal recording first. Okay, because if not, then if you're really not used to talking in front of the camera or in front of people watching you, you might stumble a lot. Okay, awak mungkin akan tergagap beberapa kali. Okay, lepas tu there's something that might not be said according to script. It's okay to ad-lib, okay, or improvise, but if you improvise too much, you will definitely going to go overshoot your time. Okay, so yes, one thing will be preparing yourself. Okay, so you might not be, I mean, you might think that you're prepared, okay, and then going into production without any preparation or without any practice, okay, might end up getting you in trouble. Okay, so try asking your colleague, okay, so who has been interviewed in front of camera, and I think a lot of our colleague in UNIMAS has been interviewed for TVS. Okay, saya pernah buka TVS, banyak saya tengok profesor dan doktor. Okay, majority of them, okay, bagi makan kan, tengah-tengah tonton TVS bagi makan, majority of them did very well. Okay, but one problem that I realized, okay, that most of our colleague will be very monotonous lah. Maksudnya dia punya intonasi tu one line, and dia macam baca line daripada dia punya slideshow. Okay, so what you want to do is you want to really engage your audience. So that's why you need to have some what do you call that, in fluctuation lah, okay, in your tone. Okay, itu paling penting. So kalau one line memang dia akan membosankan. Okay, alright. So expectation on what will happen. Okay, so of course you will stumble. Okay, if you have not practiced. Okay, and then next will be some things might not go according to your plan, especially your camera setup, okay, in your office. And so because UNIMAS, if let's say you shoot after office hour, I think pukul 5, after 5, there's no more aircon. Okay, so you're trying to remember your line, okay, and you try to look at the camera and you try to move your hand to do some gesture, that would definitely require a lot of energy. Okay, banyak tenaga akan digunakan, awak akan berpeluh. Sweating is a very common problem, okay, especially we are in Malaysia. Right, we're in Malaysia, so it's very hot. Now it's easier because it is rainy season, okay, but even in closed quarters, you would definitely sweat, especially when you have more than 5 people in one single room. Okay, so you sweat more. Okay, so of course there's going to be the task of someone else to give you some tissue paper or napkin to wipe it. Okay, and then experience on producing video. So I think half of you perhaps, okay, you have experience in producing video, or at least being interviewed, hence talking in front of camera. Okay, so for those who don't have any experience, it's okay, right? Everything has a start. Okay, everything has a start, so you don't have to expect yourself to do everything perfectly. Okay, even like me myself, okay, even though I've done shooting, okay, I'm very confident in shooting, okay, but not too confident in, let's say, if you ask me to become a host, I cannot. Okay, because you have to mind the time juga. Okay, you have to mind the time, and then you have to mind this silent moment. Okay, when your speaker stop talking or they don't know what to say, and then you have to put in a few words to fill in the silent moment. Okay, or orang cakap the moment of death, maksudnya dia berhenti. Okay, so everything just it's quiet. Okay, and my experience, I've shot one of the few first MOOC videos. Okay, so I've been through those really strict and also perilous journey. Okay, trying to produce my video. It was supposed to be very simple. Okay, but end up with so many technical problem. Okay, so we have to do some reshoots again. Okay, and then in the beginning there were no budget. Okay, lepas tu in the middle there were at least tiny bit of budget, and now there's no budget. I think for your batch, I don't think you don't have any. You are not provided with budget, right? I think Dr. Hafiza. Kecuali, okay, except if your faculty are willingly to just, like take out some money, okay, and then splurge on your production. That is something different, like what FAB have done, and they invited singer, tak silap saya ingat, okay, singer for the intro. That is actually that's very good. Okay, if you have clear narrative of what you want to produce in your MOOC video. Okay, but of course, every single production has their own style, so it's up to you. Okay, so you don't have to, you don't have to pressure yourself. Okay, so try to match others' MOOC video. So it's up to you. Okay, sometimes even though you're doing a very simple MOOC video, okay, it could be much better. Okay, than the ones that has spent maybe around 10K. Okay, in their video production. Okay, so yes, talking about my experience, so I've gone through a few highs and low. Okay, low tu kena reshoot kan. Okay, because we basically did some of the don'ts that we didn't know back then. Okay, so we'll see what are the don'ts and the do's later. Okay, all right. So in video production, so it is being divided into three stages. So the first one, pre-production, okay, involving scripting, budgeting, planning, scheduling. Okay, dia banyak lagi, actually more. Okay, but I think these are the ones that is very relevant to what you are doing now as the MOOC content creator lah. Okay, so scripting, budgeting, planning, scheduling. Okay, next. Okay, the pre-production, the stage ends. Okay, when you have arrived on location. Okay, so this stage pre-production ends as soon as you arrived on your location. Let's say your first day, your first location is in FIT, for example. Okay, in your perhaps your office. Okay, once you arrived, is the beginning of production. Okay, so pre-production boleh kira lama lah. Okay, lama, and it's slightly passive stage. Okay, while production, this is the most active stage where everything will count. Okay, production involves filming, okay, directing. Cinematography means you plan your framing. Okay, and then lights, camera, action. So everything to do after you press the record button. Okay, and the end of production phase will be after you wrap everything up and then the camera is in your car. Pada nak balik ataupun you are on your way, your editing suite. That's the end of the production phase. The post-production, basically when you have reached your post-production room, okay, or in your office, you open up the editing software. Okay, that's basically the beginning of post-production. Okay, so post-production involved editing, music score, color correction, okay, and of course product delivery. Okay, so this one can also take a long time, but it's okay. Okay, because nothing can, everything can be fixed. Okay, basically when you are in post production. Okay, so talking about music score, you really have to be careful not to use popular songs, okay, daripada penyanyi terkenal, okay, because of copyright issue. Okay, my advice would be, let's say for music, okay, just go to Google or YouTube. Okay, what I would do, I would always go to YouTube and I just type music, royalty-free music. You're done. Okay, because YouTube will list out the free music. Of course, the music might not be interesting. Okay, but if you scroll through, okay, enough sources, you might find one, okay, that match your style, that you want to use, that really suits your course. Okay, and then even sound, actually. So macam for example, sound effect, the laser sound, okay, the sound of something appear, something flying, for example. Okay, those are actually also copyrighted. Okay, but the same technique can be used to avoid copyright problem. You basically just go to Google. You can go to royalty free sound. Okay, so it will list down a few. Okay, so website that you can just download freely. Okay, of course, majority of the website now, they want you to at least register or sign up. Okay, become member. It's just free. Okay, and then after you become a member, a free member, then you can download as much as you want. Okay, some software they charge you for example 1 day there's a limit. Okay, or the first few downloads free, and after that they charge you. Okay, so but most, okay, they just want you to sign up, and you can contribute or you can download, so up to you. Okay, and then for color correction has to do with graphic also. Okay, so for graphic, okay, so as MOOC designer, I think you know that CAM will provide you with the logos. Okay, so all logos, e-learning punya logo, MOOC punya logo, UNIMAS punya logo, and your faculty logo, you can just get from CAM. Okay, so they will give everything high quality. Memang ni lah, memang terbaik lah. Okay, let's say if you want to use graphic from online sources. Okay, for example, you want to show you are teaching engineering, for example. Okay, perhaps just I'm not sure what courses in engineering. So let's say mechanical engineering, for example. Okay, and then you don't have the picture, you don't have the graphic. Okay, so you want to just type chemical engineering on Google, and then the Google search or the image search will produce a few picture that you might like. Okay, so those picture, some of them they are free. Okay, while some of them actually not free. Okay, whilst the free one, okay, they might give you the watermark the logo kan. For example, picture stock footage tu dia tulis stock. Okay, if let's say there are some picture that they allow you to use for free. Okay, so make sure that you adhere to the CC, the Creative Commons. So mention at the end of your video. Okay, orang cakap ini common courtesy lah untuk membalas dia punya kebaikan. Okay, dia bagi free kan. Okay, so di penghujung tu boleh mention siapa dia ataupun dari mana kita dapat image tersebut. Okay, sama juga dengan music ataupun dia punya sound effect. So everything is basically Creative Commons. Okay, so give credit when it's due. Skip this. Okay, so all right. So the weather is also very important. So make sure awak check. Okay, so now it's rainy season. Actually it's a mix kan. Saya pun tak sure. Semalam tak ada hujan. Yes, yesterday was actually very hot. Okay, today mendung pula. Okay, so you have to make sure that you check the weather forecast. At least you know what's going to happen. Okay, walaupun weather forecast ni tidak begitu boleh dipercayai 100%. Okay, cuba check dan make sure awak tidak shooting pada hari yang akan berlaku hujan lebat. Okay, kalau hujan, let's say you know it's going to rain. Okay, so prepare yourself. So shoot indoors. Okay, and make sure that you are not next to the window, because if you're next to the window, then you can hear the sound of the rain. Okay. All right. What you want? Okay, I think I'm going to skip this one. Okay. For location, okay, like I mentioned just now, if you are shooting indoors, that's good. Okay, so you can control your surrounding. Awak boleh mengawal. Okay, kalau let's say dah malam, you can boleh pakai lighting. You can turn on the lights. Okay, you're good to go. Okay, and then there's no wind factor. Okay, and then there's no also, let's say if you're shooting outside of UNIMAS, okay, you would have a passerby. Okay, you also don't have the problem if you're shooting indoors. Okay, so if you're shooting outdoor, okay, so you have to bear in mind that all these external factors that are out of your hand. Okay, so you have to make sure that you have ways to avoid them. Okay, I remember the second time I was reshooting the first video. Okay, during that time, Cube was not Cube. Okay, so the lecturer's Cube. Okay, it was still in the process of the stampeding tu. Okay, yang dia tekap tanah. Okay, so the sound of the vehicle, okay, and the sound of the iron banging, kan. Okay, so we have to actually shoot quite far away. Okay, itu pun masih lagi kedengaran bunyi besi tu, dia bunyi the banging of the noise of the banging of the iron. Okay, and after that yang jerebu tu. I think that was like 4 years ago. Okay, actually one of the video I don't remember. Okay, but it was basically I think I forgot. Saya lupa. If you correct lagi, if you dig like old MOOC video, okay, by CAM, okay, so some of the courses, early courses, there were haze behind, ada jerebu dekat belakang. Okay, so untuk jerebu, there's nothing much we can do. Okay, so we just hope that the audience will think that it's just fog. Dia macam tempat orang putih lah kan, berkabus pagi-pagi. Okay, tapi kalau orang Samarahan tahu itu sebenarnya adalah jerebu. Sebab waktu petang kan, tak ada kabus. Okay, this one, I will share this. Okay, so just to let you know that these are some of the tools that are very important for MOOC. Okay, so I also will skip this. I will just focus on the important one. Okay, alright. So these are the most important one. Okay, so your attire, baju. Okay. For ladies, alright. So baju kurung or other national or traditional attire are always a pass. Okay. Although some of the traditional clothing, okay, for example like macam yang Iban kan. So yang empat Iban tu dia ada macam tunjuk like this part. Okay. That one is allowed. Itu boleh. Kalau national attire. Okay. But let's say if you're wearing blouse. And blouse awak pendek. Nampak sampai sini lah. Tutup bahu je. Dia macam singlet. That one is definitely a no. Okay. The first one that I was involved with, we had the host. Okay. Yang bercakap tu lah. Okay. She asked us, is it okay if she just wear blouse? I said, okay, I don't mind. Okay. Little did I know that UNIMAS actually has a very strict protocol. Okay, so dia pakai blouse, let me show, showing this part lah, dia round neck. Okay, you don't see the cleavage. Okay, basically like that. Okay, and then it's just this part over here. Dia macam ni lah, basically like that. Dia nampak this part. Okay, while shooting, we were fun with it. Okay, semua dalam produksi tu macam okay, she looks fine. Okay, she looks pretty, and then she's not that sexy, so it should be fine. Okay. But the time comes when we have to, it's like pitching lah. So you have to present the final product to the panel, okay, including kamera juga. Okay, some of the NC and TNC. Tentu tak ada NC kot. Okay, just the TNC. Okay, and then of course UG. Okay, and then after we were done with the presentation, turns out that some of the panel they did not like the attire. Okay, so basically what the speaker was wearing. Okay, for them it's just too sexy. Okay, and it does not go with UNIMAS brand. Okay, by that time we didn't know that UNIMAS has a like unspoken punya brand. Okay, based on the attire. Okay, so just to be safe, okay, just wear things that are confirmed. Okay, not going to get you have to reshoot your whole video again. Okay, kalau boleh jadi seskema mungkin lah, be as conservative as you can. Okay, so baju kurung is just like a pass and other national attires. Okay, so what happened to us was we had to reshoot. Okay, so that's another stress lah, because we basically finished half of the video. Okay, we went through like nearly 2 weeks of shooting time, and then we have to repeat everything again. Okay, yang kesian tu yang the speaker lah, because dia yang banyak bekerja because dia bercakap depan kamera. Okay, so kesian yang speaker yang cakap itu. Alright. Next will be non-offensive colour. So make sure the colours are tame. Dia jinak lah, jangan terlampau striking. Macam pink yang betul-betul menyelah tu. Orang Sarawak cakap engkodok. Okay, yang melampau gila engkodok nyatik. Okay, itu jangan pakai. Okay, again, jadi seskema mungkin. Pakai warna kelabu macam ini. Okay, so slightly darker color. Okay, slightly we can say like passive or boring color. Okay, and wear loose clothing. Pastikan pakaian ada longgar, jangan ketat. Okay, so the men, okay, can wear smart casual or office wear. Okay, it should be neat attire. Okay, and then make sure that you are not showing any brand, logo or appropriate symbol. Okay, UNIMAS symbol kan macam ni. This one is good. Okay, ataupun company logo ke boleh. Okay, tapi macam Gucci kan nak tunjuk yang tudung tengah kadang kan. Yang I'm not sure apa tudung paling mahal, yang dark tu for example. And dia letak kadang dark shawl, the hijab, okay, is just at the end of the shawl, okay, and then usually it's hidden underneath the cloth, okay, but sometimes it can go out, dia boleh terkeluar, okay, just the logo dark tu, okay, that one is a no-go because of course there has not been cases where external logo, third-party logo has been an issue, okay, so far no problem, but we don't want to get in trouble, okay, because nowadays it seems like in Malaysia people are starting to sue each other, dah mula dah nak sue, okay, try to avoid any brand, okay. Alright, so there are some exceptions, okay, for example engineering, okay, lepas tu I would say FSTS lah, resource science, lepas tu FAGK of course, okay. Let's say if you want to go out like field trip, then you can wear jeans and then you can wear casual clothing, okay, macam pergi hutan kan FSTS, nak kutip sampel, okay, because it will look ridiculous if you wear baju kurung yang besar, let's say, and then you are going inside deep in the jungle, kan? So that's basically putting your life at risk because you are wearing uncomfortable clothing. Okay, so kalau keluar, let's say you want to show that you are working in your video, yes, you can wear jeans. But let's say if you're in office, okay, try to adhere to these do's, okay, for the safe ones lah. Okay, so the danger will be clothing that are too tight, okay, revealing attire, okay, and they're wearing flip flops, okay, and it's kind, okay, and also jeans, okay, ini tak boleh, okay. But all of this, for example, jeans is allowed if you are going outside, okay, you're shooting in a factory, for example, okay, dekat FK, for example, ada satu bengkel, okay, let's say, and then there are machineries, okay, in that workshop, then you can wear jeans, okay, given that jeans are the most common clothing, okay, dia macam dekat FAGK, okay, cinema, for example, okay, of course jeans are not the most common, okay, but the most common to wear, okay, but it's very comfortable to wear jeans, so that is allowed, okay. And if you're using phone, okay, saya rasa ada beberapa participants sini akan menggunakan dia punya phone, okay, iPhone kan, iPhone 13, okay, very up to date and a very high class punya quality, okay. Dah ada let's say FAGK offer, okay, pakailah kita punya P2, dia tak nak, okay, dia nak pakai dia punya iPhone because it's smaller, okay, kalau P2 dia besar ataupun any other like professional camera is too big, okay, and then it's too expensive, jatuh sikit you have to pay 100k, okay, so it's very risky, okay, so you can use your phone, okay. Landscape, always landscape, this is vertical, okay, or portrait, okay, we want it to be like this, okay, always landscape. Okay, this one is for TikTok or Instagram. Okay, this portrait. Okay, unless if you're shooting for TikTok, then ini bagus. Okay, this portrait. Landscape is for professional video recording or shooting. Okay, do like this. Okay, and if you have tripod with me. So try to buy tripod. Okay, yang boleh support lah. Let's say if you're using iPhone 13, okay, you don't have to buy the original one because original I think dia lebih daripada 500 kot. Okay, so just get Shopee or Lazada. Okay, this video is not sponsored by Shopee. I'm just saying, just type tripod for iPhone. Okay, but you have to mention which model. Okay, and they will show you the result. Okay, murah, senang. Okay, lepas tu, because you are not, for sure you are not planning to shoot MOOC for the rest of your life in UNIMAS. You might be using this once. Okay, so cheaper is fine. Okay, let's say if it's not going to last long, then it's okay. At least use it one time. Okay, so that tripod. Okay, tripod is very good if you are planning to shoot by yourself or nak shooting sendiri, boleh pakai tripod. Okay, sebab kadang penat, kadang pakai tangan kan. If you shoot now, okay, with your phone, if you use your hand will jiggle, dia akan bergegar. Okay, dia akan shaking lah. So this shaking, walaupun masa shooting tak nampak, okay, when you shooting you might not see the shake, okay, but when you transport it into your editing software, so every single shaking, every single sound, everything will be visible, semua akan nampak. Okay, so try not to use your hand kalau boleh. Okay, and then audio consideration, microphone is also highly recommended. Okay, but if you're using iPhone, because iPhone it seems like so many people has given good review for iPhone. Okay, so if iPhone, then the mic is already good enough, high quality. Okay, other than iPhone, I'm not sure, but for mine, let's say my Samsung, it okay. Okay, cuma with Samsung, it will pick up all noise. Okay, for example, kalau sekarang ini saya buka lampu, lampu sana lah. Okay, dia akan ada bunyi flickering lampu. Dia akan tangkap bunyi itu. Okay, terus lagi kalau bunyi exhaust aircon, kan, dia lagi kuat. Okay, walaupun masa syuting tak dengar, tapi dalam phone akan dengar dan dia akan merosakkan awak punya video. Okay, so try to get mic. Also the same thing you can get from Shopee. Okay, and the camera stabilizer, tripod lah for example. Okay, and make sure your camera, let's say if you're using your phone, okay, make sure it can use this high quality video. Okay, preferably 1080 lah dia punya quality, 1080. Okay, some phone it already reaches 4K. Actually 4K tu dia dah agak melampau lah. Okay, try to, when you are shooting, try to reduce. Let's say if you're shooting on 8K or 4K, okay, try to reduce your the size, okay, in your font setting. Okay, try to avoid 4K or 8K if you are still a beginner in editing. Okay, because okay, if you're still a beginner and you're shooting at 8K or 4K, when you are transferring to your laptop, okay, and your laptop is not built for editing, it will always crash. Awak punya laptop tu akan sentiasa crash sebab awak punya your your video source is too big, dia terlampau besar. Okay, so laptop awak tak dapat nak kiranya tak dapat nak ambil beban tersebut. Okay, even my laptop now, you will see later on, because my laptop, it is built for editing. Okay, actually my laptop is for gaming. Okay, so gaming is actually equivalent to high performance spec. Okay, which is for editing. Okay, because I do lots of editing. Unfortunately, this laptop, I would say the graphic card, okay, the graphic card is slightly on the lower side. Okay, so that's why 8K, especially 8K video, is definitely going to trigger my laptop. Okay, dia akan cuba nak proses. Okay, even one file is already loading quite long. Okay, so we'll see later. I will show you what I mean. Okay, anyway, try to make it in between 720 or 1080. Okay, bagi saya, kalau let's say you are still beginner, okay, 720 memang dah memadai. Okay, but of course, the higher quality is the 1080. Higher than that is basically you are doing it too much. Okay, because even TV pun, okay, our TV, at most it can support 4K or HD. Okay, I'm not sure. I think UNIMAS majority now support, at least everything lah, support HD, high definition. Okay, 4K, because TV 4K is very expensive. Okay, so I'm not sure. I don't think. Okay, I don't think all our monitor now. Okay, they are supporting 4K. Okay, all right. So I'm gonna skip this one. Just going very fast. Okay, if you are shooting in one big production, okay, more than 5, okay, or more than 3, okay, make sure you divide everyone into their respective job. Okay, let's say if you are shooting 3 people are talking, okay, you're shooting in group of 5, okay, 3 people are shooting, then 2 people should help. Okay, for example, it can be divided into technical, set up your camera, okay, set up the microphone and set up everything. Okay, F&B, okay, basically untuk menyediakan makanan, so prepare food. Okay, transport, if you are shooting outside or you have more than one location. Okay, for example, let's say in your office, and you have to move to your bengkel or you have to move to your lab. Okay, so it is considered as transport. So who are going to transport? Okay, so bigger tasks, okay, would be required if you are moving from one location to one location. For example, one faculty to another faculty or one building to another building. Okay, and next will be script and the voice. Voice is your talent. Okay, over here. Okay, and then you need wardrobe, baju. Itu pun penting juga. Okay, next will be makeup if needed. Okay, makeup, I would say try not to overdo it. Okay, jangan terlampau lebih lah. So far tak ada case yang terlebih makeup. Okay, but we don't want to be the first one lah. Okay, so try to be as on the medium side as possible. Okay, with your makeup. Okay, lelaki pun actually boleh pakai makeup juga, just untuk menutup mana-mana yang perlu ditutup. Okay, but of course, if you don't want to make up, it's also fine. Okay. Alright, so this is example of my setting. Okay, so for the green screen, okay, tapi green screen, I think I will not teach green screen today, okay, because shortcut it does not have the green screen feature. Okay, so if with the right setting, the right lighting, okay, so you can turn this, okay, into this. Okay, dia ada this hovering graphic lah. Okay, alright, so should be okay. I think that's all for the do's and don'ts. I think okay. We have yep. Okay, so any question so far? Any question on the do's and don'ts of editing? Sorry, the do's and don'ts of shooting. So tak apa. Tapi kalau ada, okay, you can just interrupt anytime, and then you can just type inside our chat. Okay, if you have any question. Okay, because this one, for the beginner, because for people who has not shot any video yet, okay, this one it needs to go through experience lah, okay. So untuk kita mengalami apa yang perlu dan apa yang patut dan apa yang tidak patut. Okay, alright. So our next agenda, okay, I'm gonna close this one, will be producing videos for MOOC. Okay, so we are using shortcut. Okay, so if you have shortcut, so you can just start your shortcut now. Boleh mulakan shortcut anda sekarang. Okay, so by the way, so my laptop is, I tried just now, okay, with slide and also shortcut. There will be some delay lah, okay. Apparently shortcut is quite heavy, or my laptop is heavy, okay, too much software. Okay, so I will give everyone perhaps in 5 minutes. Okay, and then mana-mana yang belum install ataupun belum download, okay, so boleh berbuat demikian sekarang lah. Okay, so those who has not downloaded or installed the software yet, okay, so you may do so now. You have time, okay, because I think it would download very fast because it's very small size. Okay, and then the feature is not too much that it will need longer time to install. Okay, so before that, some software that I want to suggest would be the best one that I've used so far would be, of course, Final Cut Pro. Okay, FCP Final Cut Pro. Okay, now would be the X1. Okay, yang 10 lah, Final Cut Pro 10. Okay, so we want of course you to update the Final Cut Pro 10 to its earliest or updated version. Okay, but Final Cut Pro is definitely for advanced user. Okay, so kalau sudah pernah pakai Adobe Premiere Pro, okay, or awak dah pernah pakai, you guys have used shortcut before, perhaps it's time for you to, like up your game, and you can use Final Cut Pro because there are more feature, okay, in Final Cut Pro. Okay, next will be Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, Adobe Premiere Pro. Now will be Creative Cloud, CC. Okay, so these two, Adobe Premiere Pro CC and also Final Cut Pro X. Okay, the difficulty for me, they're the same. Okay, and if let's say kalau nak kira sesikit mana dia punya difficulty, I will put Final Cut Pro on the harder part because not everyone is used to Apple software or the MacBook or the iMac. Okay, because iMac even dia punya mouse pun satu. There's only one click. Of course, you can adjust it to be 2 clicks, okay, but the default dia punya function biasa hanya satu klik saja, only 1 click. Okay, so I would say it's just the difficulty of navigating around iMac software system, dia punya operating system tu. Okay, so the easier one, okay, if you just want to challenge yourself but still want to have a limit, you can try to use Adobe Premiere Pro CC. Okay, but if let's say you want slightly easier than CC, you can choose either CS4 or CS6. Ada yang CS tu, okay, CS4 or CS6. Adobe Premiere 2.0 available for available for free online. Tapi di 2.0, you have to imagine, Adobe Premiere 2, ada 3, ada 4, ada 5, ada 6 kan. Yang 2 ni, the very first one is free now. Okay, so if you want to try, okay, you can download it for free on Adobe website. Okay, but as UNIMAS staff, okay, you actually can access and download all Adobe software for free. Okay, you have to either contact your technician in your faculty to get your account verified by Adobe, or you can just contact CAM, okay, and let them maybe share with you the software. Okay, so semua ada. So the CC now, okay, CC and actually semua. So all software under Adobe are actually free for us as UNIMAS staff. Okay, after Adobe, there's one DaVinci Resolve. Okay, let me show you the.
Encik Alif
Yes.
ada soalan dekat chat
Soalan.
box. Encik Muhammad Azhari tanya ni, adakah proses syuting melibatkan keseluruhan konten atau untuk part tertentu sahaja?
Ya, okay. So untuk shooting ini, okay, sama ada melibatkan keseluruhan konten ataupun part tertentu bergantung kepada konten, okay, yang direka oleh designer itu sendiri, okay, which is depending on the SME themselves. Okay, for example, saya punya let's say lah, okay, so I will just skip to my content. This is what I did before. Okay, okay, like this. Okay, so when I am talking to the camera, meaning I have to shoot lah, okay. And then if I go to my next part, this is my next part. Okay, so this part, in the beginning of the footage, I mentioned voiceover. Okay, maksudnya video tak diperlukan. Saya akan pakai voiceover. Okay, voiceover boleh dibuat selepas habis shooting on location. Up to you. Ataupun let's say you want to add voiceover, then voiceover will not be involved in this shooting process. You can just be in your office and record your voiceover using your phone or using your laptop. Jadi maksudnya di sini, proses shooting tidak semestinya melibatkan keseluruhan konten. Keseluruhan konten dia bergantung kepada bentuk ataupun design konten, okay, yang telah dibangunkan oleh SME masing-masing.
Sorry Encik Alif tak nampak lah ni.
Oh, lama,
tak
lama,
nampak
sorry.
apa yang di-share.
Saya pula short sendiri yang cakap. Okay, ni for example. So this is, nampak kan?
Belum lagi.
Belum lagi, alamak. Okay. Alright, this one.
Okay.
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 Okay, so this is of me looking straight to the camera. Okay, ni saya tengok straight camera, so saya akan pakai. I will use this footage. Okay, but this footage, okay, is continued by this footage over here. Okay. Okay, so this part, okay, in the beginning, I mentioned voiceover. Okay, maksudnya saya ada voiceover narrator lah. Saya hanya perlukan suara. So, saya boleh buang saya punya visual dan ambil sahaja saya punya audio. Okay, so meaning that, okay, so soalan tadi yang pasal adakah shooting melibatkan keseluruhan konten. Okay, maksud dia bergantung kepada konten sendiri. Okay, so kalau nak mudah, mix lah. Okay, mix maksudnya 50% on location, shooting on location, another 50% pakai grafik or pakai slideshow. Okay, so slideshow boleh pakai suara saja. Okay, so in a way you will just do audio dubbing ataupun audio recording. It's no longer shooting visual. Okay. Alright, so yes, Dr. Terry ada mention, okay, educator Adobe ni contact CITDS. Okay. My time, I think I contacted my technician. Okay, maybe my technician liaise with CITDS tu lah. Okay, so yes, so for this free Adobe, if you want to try, if you are used to a lot of editing software, you want to try Adobe Premiere Pro, you can contact CITDS. Okay. Okay, so this website dia automatically scan saya punya um, laptop. Okay, so dia tahu saya punya laptop is 64. Dia ada 64 dengan 32. Okay, so that one I'm not sure how to. I think you have to go to your setting. Ni, you have to go to about. Okay, pergi about and then device specification. Okay, so under the system type, it will mention you are 64 or 32. Okay, it will be a problem if you are 32 lah. Okay, and then you downloaded 64. Okay, and then you try to install 64 on 32. Itu tak dapat. Okay, so for 62, it can install 32. Okay, because 64 is on the higher one lah. Okay, but of course the quality is going to be downgraded because you are installing a lower version. Okay, so Dr. Sabiah ke Sabiah? Puan Sabiah, is it?
Ya, saya sebab dia
okay
ni
dah.
PC dekat rumah mungkin dia tak cukup memori dia kot.
Oh yes, yeah. Ya, itu memang bergantung dengan laptop juga. Takutlah laptop tak dapat nak ni.
Rumah, mungkin nanti
Okay,
dekat
tak apa.
office saya boleh cuba install kat office lah.
Okay, no problem. Tak apa. So kita akan go through je lah dia punya step by step. Okay,
Okay,
so
nanti saya
just
cuba
the tutorial. Okay, yes, bergantung kepada laptop juga. Okay, so your laptop has to be the space has to be free. Dia banyak free space. Okay, kalau tak ada, you have to buanglah beberapa benda lah dalam awak punya laptop. Okay. Alright, so back to software tadi, sorry. DaVinci tadi. DaVinci Resolve. Okay, so DaVinci Resolve, this software, okay, it's also free. This one, dia pun free juga. Okay, for me, it's on the same level as Adobe Premiere Pro. Okay, but DaVinci Resolve is actually for correction punya software, meaning that okay, you know that your visual has many visual that are damaged. Okay, dia punya gambar tu mungkin tak bagus. Okay, then you need fixing. Okay, so DaVinci Resolve is good for color correction. Okay, let's say you are shooting low light. Okay, punya lighting tu dia low, you can actually use DaVinci Resolve to sort of like fix the lighting issue. Okay, but the problem comes, okay, when DaVinci Resolve, they charge you per plugin. Okay, or extra feature lah. For example, they will give you certain free effects, beberapa effects percuma. Okay, but if you want to use slightly more advanced feature, for example, motion tracking, let's say lah. Okay, and the motion tracking is actually not for free. So you have to, if you want to download, you have to pay for that feature. Or kena bayar. So that's what I think saya punya markah tolak di situ lah. Okay, so I'm deduct marks because it charge you on the side. Okay, they give you free feature. Okay, but you have to pay if you want to use certain feature. Okay, and after DaVinci Resolve, we have this another one, yang Adobe. Was it Spotlight ke? Dr. Fiza, Spotlight kan? Adobe Spotlight ke?
Adobe, not so sure lah Adobe mana. Tapi yang I try to use Adobe Premium.
Premiere. Okay, so this one. No, sorry, Adobe Rush. Adobe Rush.
Adobe Rush.
Okay. All right, so Adobe Rush, it is, let me show you the. So this one, Adobe Rush ni. Okay, ataupun Adobe Premiere Rush, dia sama macam Adobe Premiere. Okay. Cuma beza dia adalah Adobe Rush ini, dia online. It's fully online. Okay. So you don't have to install. Okay, so you basically just go to Adobe Rush and you edit everything online. Okay, but you have to upload your footage lah. You have to upload. Okay, and at certain point you have to get like third party punya space. because they give you limited space to store your footage. Okay, so you might want to buy yang cloud tu lah. Okay, yang cloud service tu, the cloud storage service. Okay, and also there are some charge feature. Maksudnya dia akan charge you bila you nak pakai that feature. Okay, so it's not fully, it's free on the basic level. It's not fully free. So if you're always on the go, okay, let's say you're always moving around, okay, so you might want to consider using Adobe Rush because you can log in anyway. Okay, let's say awak terlupa laptop kat rumah, okay, but you've been using Adobe Rush, so you can just borrow your friend's laptop ataupun komputer. You can log in from your friend's device, okay, and then access every single material from that device because it is fully online. Okay, I would say it is a good feature. Okay, it's a good feature if you're always on the go. Kalau awak sentiasa bergerak. Okay, next will be ya tadi yang window, the one yang Prof. Edmund mentioned. Okay, window video editor. Okay, that is also free. Okay, but it is on the smaller level, meaning that it's mostly used for mostly beginner macam budak-budak. Okay, but let's say if you really have if you have zero experience or zero knowledge, you might want to start from that window video editor lah. Okay, because it's so simple. Okay, but it's simple that it does not have much feature or effects to it. Okay, all right, so that's all my my insight on the video editing software. So if you ask me what's my pick, I would pick Final Cut Pro for now. Okay, all right. So for the interface, so you have your shortcut. Okay, now. Okay, so turning on my shortcut. Okay, you have this, kan? Okay. All right. So what we will go through, okay, for this workshop. Okay, so we will go through your project or project browser, how to open or how to save your project. Okay, and then we will go to media browser or the playlist in this case, so the media playlist, and then we will look into the source monitor or source preview. Okay, next we will go into timeline. Okay, and then we will look into some important tools in this timeline and also the option punya selection. Okay, in a way, important tools that you definitely want to use for your video editing. Okay, next we'll into the effects and the effects control. Okay, effects control, not so much on shortcut, but I will let you know what will be the most common effects that you would use. Okay, and how you can control that effects. Okay, ini contoh lah the apa nama ni, the interface. Okay, so this whole thing kita panggil interface. Okay, ataupun dalam bahasa Melayunya paparan. Okay. Alright, so for this software, there will not be any direct Malay translation. Okay, so saya terpaksa pakai bahasa Inggeris fully lah. Okay, yang simple tu adalah, for example macam scroll tu kan, scroll tu biasa kita tatal, you scroll down, tatal ke bawah. Okay, paparan interface. But for timeline, there's no BM equivalent. Okay, so everything else up here, okay, so I will definitely use English, macam filter kan. I cannot use penapis because that would sound weird. Okay. All right. So we will look into one by one. Okay, on our software tadi. So you have here the same thing. Okay. So what we want to start would be over here the project folder. Okay. So you can click the project folder and set where you want everything to be saved to. Okay. Pilih folder mana yang anda nak save semua dokumen. Okay, I would prefer it to be in a accessible place. Okay, yang mudah untuk mudah untuk diakses. Okay, so you can actually, okay, when you press, okay, so you have the selection. So either you want to save it at desktop, okay, or you want to save it in your in your hard drive. Okay, boleh juga hard drive. Okay, but my personal experience, try to avoid, okay, editing with hard drive. Maksudnya you connect your hard drive, okay. Try to avoid that because sometimes, especially kalau yang dekat sini ada anak-anak yang masih kecil kan, okay. Takut nanti dia punya ni, the USB port tercabut ke ataupun dia slightly spiral tercabut. Okay, kalau tercabut terus apa? Okay, if it's completely disconnected, it's okay. Okay, so you at least receive the apa nama ni, the amaran. Okay, dia punya prompt, dia cakap, okay, so your external device has been unplugged, has been unsafely unplugged, cakap. It's fine. Okay, tapi but if let's say it's like dia masih lagi dalam, lepas tu dia terkeluar sikit, yang terkeluar sikit tu bahaya. Okay, because this will trigger some closed circuit, letak pintas. Okay, so happened to me, I was editing with my I was editing on my Mac, okay, and then connected to my hard drive, okay, and then when I want to finish up, basically mean I'm finished lah, finish up my workspace, saya punya meja lah, okay, so suddenly I moved this, I forgot that I have not unplugged it, okay, so I moved this slightly, so the USB is like disconnected slightly. Dia masih sambung tapi dia separuh connected. Okay, what happened? Jarum terosak. The jarum, the needle, because in here there's actually, that's why if you connect your hard drive and you listen to your hard drive, dia akan bunyi tak tak tak. It's basically the needle lah. Dia tengah baca. Okay, but what happened to in my case was dia tercabut sikit, so berlaku terpintas dan dia merosakkan semua. I was done basically. I was done with my editing. Okay, and to make things worse, that hard drive was the only backup I have. The only backup. So I have to reshoot everything again. Okay, and there was another project that is impossible to reshoot. So okay, try to avoid, okay, connected editing your footage that are in your hard drive. Okay, I will pick desktop. Now I will go to desktop. Okay, when I'm finished, only then when I'm done, only then I would transfer everything into my hard drive. So lagi selamat. And then make 1 copy, 2 copy, 3 copy. Untuk mengelakkan berlaku benda yang sama. Okay. Alright, I'm going to put desktop. Okay, and I'm going to put it inside my MOOC webinar, for example lah. Okay, and then practice. Okay, so I'm going to select this folder over here. Okay, dan dia akan tukar lah. Okay, so not that the name of the project folder would change according to where you have selected the folder. Okay, and project name I will put here MOOC editing. Nama project ini. Okay, and then untuk video mode, okay, so this one is very dangerous if you put automatic. Okay, if let's say, okay, rule of thumb, if you want to put automatic, drag the highest quality footage first. Okay, kalau tak kalau set kepada automatic, pastikan anda drag ataupun masukkan footage yang paling tinggi quality terlebih dahulu. Okay, sebab kalau baca bawah ni dia cakap automatic means the resolution and frame rate are based on the first file you add to your project. Let's say if you add 3GP, kan yang zaman dulu punya format kan video yang pakai I think the old Nokia ataupun old phone is very like jagged dan juga sangat pixelated, very low quality. If you put that first, you drag that file first, the small quality, okay, everything will be set to that quality. Dan semua akan pecah lah. Okay, so bahaya. If let's say you are not sure, you can pick the highest one, this one lah. So 1080, okay, interlace 25 frame. Okay, dekat Malaysia, I mean, I would say just pick the highest lah. Better pakai ni, yang ni. 2987. Sebab yang 25 frame ni, somehow nowadays we use digital, kan? Semua tak lagi pakai TV lama tu. Because 25 yang 25 ini untuk PAL. Our TV we use PAL punya setting. Okay, but nowadays I think everything is the high quality. So let's just use the biggest one lah. Okay, I will start here. But in my case, I know that my footage, I will select my first footage has to be high quality first. So I'm going to pick automatic. Okay. After that, you can start. Okay, and then you would go over here. Okay, next. Okay, all right. So here will be the option window. Okay, option ini yang di atas this upper part. Okay, dekat atas ni. So over here. So we have the file, edit, view setting, and so on. Okay, we're not going to look into this too much. Okay, we're going to look into this open file, open other, and so on. Banyak lagi. Ada pick meter, properties, recent. Okay, yang kita akan gunakan adalah okay, open other. Okay, you might want to highlight this one, open other, and then filters, and then keyframe. Tiga ni, open folders, filters, and keyframe. Okay, but I will focus on filter lah for this option over here. I'll focus on filters. Okay. So open folder will prompt another window to open. Okay, here you can add more visual. Okay, so you can open the color section. Okay, and then here also you can add text or bertambah perkataan. Okay, and then noise, icing semua ni, icing ni dia effect basically. Okay, dia macam color bar yang dulu TV dia ada color bar yang bulat tu kan, yang banyak color tu, there's color bar. And ada countdown juga. Okay, if you wanted countdown. Okay, but so far for this open other, I'll focus on adding text only. Okay, next will be the filter. Okay, so when you open filter, these are where the effects are found. Okay, or filter in this case, in shortcuts case. Okay, so dia akan ada bagi banyak pilihan. Okay, filter ataupun effects. Okay, next would be the editing layout and source monitor. Okay, so this section will be on the right side. Kejap ya. Let me drag first. Okay, dia akan call kat sini. Okay, so this will be your source monitor because this, okay, would be connected to this over here, source ni. Okay, it can also be connected to your timeline over here, bawah ni. Okay, yang penting di sini tempat awak melihat apa yang sedang diedit atau disunting. Okay, so dekat atas ini adalah awak punya logging, awak punya layout style. If you press this, it will change the layout lah. Okay, so this is for the logging function. Okay, and then this is to look into what kind of sound effects you have chosen. Okay, so this this person effect, visual effects. Okay, so FX ni, visual effects that you have used. Okay, and then the color panel. Okay, and then the audio panel. Okay, but for this workshop, okay, so I want everyone to just choose editing layout. Okay, so don't move anywhere else. Okay, so kalau saya tekan tempat lain, okay, and you see that your make sure this is how it looks like, or your interface. Okay, but if you found that your interface changed like this, everything weird kan, dia ada tiga tapi tiga dia macam terbalik macam ni. Okay, always go to your layout. Okay, make sure that you're on editing. Okay, so press editing. Okay, so this is for beginning lah, because yang color especially in audio, it's for the advanced user because you can point out what is wrong with your visual. Okay, with this color and audio layout. Okay, all right. Monitor over there. Okay, and then we have the timeline. Okay, so this is the most active part of our editing. Okay, tempat ini paling penting. Jadi kita akan mengambil ataupun menggunakan banyak masa, okay, di bahagian timeline ini. Okay, garis masa lah. Okay, tapi like even garis masa pun, I think that word does not match with what we are doing. Okay, so I prefer to call this as timeline. Okay, so it is located down here, di bawah sini. This is our timeline. Okay, and on that timeline, okay, dekat tu ada beberapa tools juga. Okay, so we see here ada yang ada bahagian split, ada bahagian magnet, ada bahagian ripple, dan ada kanta kat sini. Okay, so this one is some tools that you want to add, okay, or that you want to use during your editing. Okay, so we will explore some that are for me, okay, important ones, yang penting saja. Okay. Alright, so for this tutorial. Okay, so we will go through from the beginning, daripada awal sampailah hujung. Okay, which is daripada create new project, we've done this. Okay, or you can open your recent project. Okay, and we will go through the playlist or how to add media. Okay, and then we will look into how to add clip to timeline. Okay, so those who are used to Windows Video Editor, the adding part is the same, but just that. Okay, the rest, the tools is slightly different. Okay, you can drag and you can also manually, you can click and then add your media. Okay, but I prefer, in my case, I prefer to just drag. Okay, drag maksudnya awak drag lah, for example like this, and this is my software. Okay, so this is my media. Okay, I put my media in the folder lah. Okay, so I will just tekan, press it, hold, and drag, tekan, and then seretkan dia ke dalam kita punya media playlist, and just drop. So drag and drop. Okay, so you can add manually. I think should be here. Insert ni. Okay, this is manual, tapi ya penat kalau kita nak one by one buka and pilih, and so better just do hold and drag, drag and drop, sorry, drag and drop. Okay. Next, after how to add clip into timeline, okay. So we will look into the timeline, okay, and also how to edit, okay, on the timeline. Okay. After that, okay, kita akan lihat bagaimana untuk menambah filter ataupun effects. How to add fade effects or filter. Okay. And then how to apply other video filter. Bagaimana untuk menambah filter-filter yang lain. Okay, so ikut creativity lah. Okay. Next will be how to add audio or music, the same thing. Okay. So beza di antara audio dengan music is basically audio is the umbrella. Okay. So under audio we have music, we have sound effects, and then we also have ada music, ada sound effect, and then we also have dialogue, okay, ataupun voiceover. Okay. Next will be how to insert text onto clip or track. Okay. So track di sini, this word track refer to the line when you add your video. Okay, so to add track, untuk menambah track, right click your timeline. Okay, dia akan keluar. That's weird. I think my laptop is lagging. Okay, and then make sure, okay, dekat bawah ini, so under here, oh yes, under. You are not selecting keyframe. Okay, make sure you are on timeline. Okay, sebab dia punya feature berbeza. Okay, because if you go to keyframe, dia ada kurang sikit. Dia punya tool kat sini. Okay, make sure you're always on timeline because like I said, we will focus our time mostly on timeline. Okay, then when you're on timeline, you have all these other feature over here. Okay, so to add track, okay, right click, okay, akan keluar pilihan sebegini. Okay, so go to the first one, track operation, okay, and then add video track. Okay, so di sini sudah ada track pertama, V. V maksudnya video. Okay, so this is the first track. Okay, if you want to add another track, okay, maksudnya another video, you can again press right click, okay, track operation, and then add video track. Okay, dia akan jadi nombor 2. Okay, so I prefer, what I would always do would be for very simple editing like MOOC video, okay, your visual, this visual, okay, it should be one track, satu track untuk visual ini. Okay, the second track you should leave it for text, untuk text sahaja, jangan campur. Okay, so second track ini untuk text. Okay, and then the third track, yang track ketiga, sorry, yang track ketiga, okay, adalah untuk grafik macam logo. Okay, So paling-paling pun 3 track. Okay, if you want to have more, let's say you have you are very creative. Okay, so you want to add your own graphic. Okay, yang tadi katakan logo. Okay, so your own kiranya external graphic. Okay, so you can add another track. Okay, so the rule for track, okay, because okay, so the rule for track ini, okay, so the one on top yang paling atas will be the dominant one. Okay, dominant maksudnya, okay, let's say if I put these 2 clips, okay, if I put these 2 clip on separate track, okay, so yang atas ini dia akan dominant, maksudnya dia akan keluar lah. Okay, so if I pull the playhead over here, okay, yang atas ini dia akan dominant. Okay, it will be more obvious kalau saya masukkan text. Okay, so I will just go quickly. So I will teach you how to add text later. Okay, for example like this. And so sekarang ini dekat atas. Okay, so what happen will be, so text will be above my footage. Okay, but if I drag footage behind, saya bawa pergi track bawah ini, what happen? Dia sekarang ada, tapi dia dekat belakang. It's basically behind this huge footage. Okay, so this is a very common mistake. Okay, that beginners will always do. Okay, dia terlupa yang teks dia ni. Okay, dia mesti dominant, so dia kena dekat atas. Okay, so that's why untuk logo, okay, make sure logo above. Sebab kalau logo bawah, okay, so dia basically the V1, visual 1, okay, it will become inundated, dia akan tenggelam, okay, because of your main visual. Okay, so we're going to start again. Alright, so adding media. Okay, so like I mentioned just now, the easiest one would be just to drag. Okay, now if you don't have media, macam mana? Try it's better if you can download something or use any video you have yang pendek lah. Okay, so because it will be hard if you try to follow me but you don't have media right now. Okay, so I give you another 5 minutes. Okay, 5 minit lagi untuk download random media, gambar lah, gambar ataupun kalau ada video, let's say you have your own MOOC video, you can use that. Okay, so try to follow the step just now. Okay, basically just drag. Saya bagi contoh kesan, okay, kesan daripada let's say kalau saya first yang automatic tu, the automatic setting of your footage. Okay, I'm going to close this. Okay, let's say if I've set to automatic kan, okay, and I put slightly lower. Okay. So this one is low quality. So film sama dulu kan. If I drag it over here, okay. This is low quality, okay, and I drag it. It looks fine now kan. Dia sekarang nampak okay. Okay. This is, yang ni filem dia 1 jam lebih. Okay, 1 jam lebih, and then size dia adalah 4:6. Definitely very small size. Maksudnya dia punya quality tidak HD ataupun it's on the I think 360 360. dia punya pixel tu. Okay, and then if I try to add my MOOC tadi, okay, drag my MOOC over here. Nampak tak? Can you see? Dia blur dah. It was supposed to be clear kan? Okay, because I'm shooting on P2. P2 is HD. Okay, so it should be high definition. Okay, but because of the first video that I drag, okay, masuk ke dalam kita punya playlist. Okay, now the playlist set to 360. So any other video after that, okay, that you add will have to be set to 360. Okay, so very dangerous. Okay, pastikan you drag the first video of high quality. Okay, this one is very obvious kan? It's very obvious that it is low quality. Yeah, it is very blurry. Okay, so if I start again, next sekali, and I put the high quality first. So I put high quality. Alamak. Kan? Dia sekarang sangat jelas. It's very clear, very high definition. Okay, so make sure you add high quality video first. Okay, so saya anggap semua dah. Ada yang perlu masalah ke? Anyone need more time for the media? If let's say your internet is quite slow, just download picture, gambar, mana-mana gambar, ataupun pakai gambar yang sudah ada. Any picture that you have. Okay. Alright, so I'm going to start. So I have 3 footage over here. Okay, so saya akan drag ketiga-tiga masuk ke dalam playlist. So ini kita panggil media playlist over here. Okay, so this where all the media will be placed, including your sound, including your graphic and so on. It should be over here. Okay, so it's better. Okay juga. Let's say if you have so many footage, okay, you might want to organize. For example, sekarang ni 1, 2, 3. Dia memang ikut kronologi di mana video ini berada. Okay, so better kita fix it. Okay, for example now, okay, you can move it over like that. Okay, if you want to make it bigger, sini over here. So you can make it bigger lah. Okay, and then tekan tambah untuk menambahkan punya footage or to make duplicate. Okay. Then for me this is the best layout. Okay. Maksudnya you can actually move this layout any way you want. Even like this, okay, so up to you. Okay, but for me any other layout is for I'm not used to this layout. Okay, you can move this one as well. Okay, timeline pun boleh gerakkan sebenarnya. Okay, but I would prefer it to be the original position tadi. Okay, so it should be like this. Oops. Sekarang pun dah ni dah. Okay, like that. Okay, so it should be on the upper left side, your media playlist. Okay, on the upper right side, your source monitor, and on the lower side will be your timeline. Okay, so this would be the best layout lah. Alright, so our next activity will be add clip to timeline. Okay, menambahkan clip ke timeline. So what you should do, the very first thing is right click. Okay, and then add video track. This is the first one. Okay, add video track. Okay, dan drag mana-mana lah. Okay, so in this case, I will drag this one. Okay, masukkan ke dalam V1. Somehow dia tak nak delete. Tak apa, okay. So make sure that you have this already. So and then this one you can adjust. Okay, pergi ke bahagian tengah sini, in the middle here, and then you make it bigger. You drag atas. Okay, so you will see the full view of your video kat sini. Okay, so this is how you add your media. Okay, don't remember, right click, okay, track operation, and then add video track. Okay, so dekat sini juga ada add audio. Ini kalau nak tambah bunyi. Okay, you can add audio track. Okay, but if you press audio track, okay, it will become A. A stands for audio. Okay, so it should be strictly audio only. Okay, so V is for video. Okay, so next. Okay, okay, so how to edit on timeline? Macam mana untuk kita edit? So cut and adjust dan juga sebagainya lah. Okay. This is too small now. Okay, so saya nak besarkan dia. So boleh pergi ke bahagian kantar sini. Okay, to make it bigger. Okay. It's too big. Alright. Okay. So yang mana putih ni, so this white line is called playhead. Okay. Playhead, dia akan pergi ke bahagian video tersebut. Okay. So let's say if you want to cut over here, okay, so you should bring this playhead, okay, to this side. Okay. Alright, so saya bagi demo. I will play my video for now. Ada bunyi ke? Can I check? Dr. Fiza, ada bunyi? Do you have sound? Let me play.
Tak ada.
Ada. Dari this footage?
Tak ada.
Tak ada?
No, tak ada sound.
Okay, let me... I think I have to share with the sound. Okay.
The cinema that we know today are
Ada bunyi?
not how they used to look like.
Sekarang ada sound.
Huh?
Sekarang ada sound.
Okay,
Ada.
okay, I've included the sound. Okay, so not I mean the beginning, because we use this word action. So whenever action, we will start lah. Okay, that's how we shoot.
The cinema of film that we
Okay, depan tadi ada bunyi dia cakap go kan. That's basically before action dia cakap go. Okay, that word go you can actually see from this wavelength dia naik ke sini. Okay, yang naik ni maksudnya ada perubahan bunyi. Okay, on this side it should be the sound of the aircon. Okay, on this side. Okay, tiba-tiba ada naik. Naik maksudnya ada perubahan bunyi. It's basically someone said go just now. Kalau perasan, if you have earphone, mungkin boleh pakai earphone untuk dengar. Kan, nampak tak? Okay, if I play over here, go. Okay, so definitely I would want to start after go. So nak buang go tu. Okay, because go is basically the director punya direction. Okay. Here, and then you can go to this split. Split at playhead. Sekarang dia sudah terbagi kepada dua. Dua sudah. Okay. So this is the one yang saya nak buang. Okay, I can select this. Okay, and I will press delete. Dia akan buang. Okay, tapi perasan tak dekat sini ada ruang kosong, which is ruang sepatutnya di mana footage yang kita delete tadi. Okay, dia agak menyusahkan. Okay, sebab kita every time kalau delete kita kena kita kena drag sini balik kan. Okay, so what we want to use is we want to use the ripple trim and drop. Okay, now sudah tekan, sudah enable. Okay, so now I want to delete this one. Oh, dia tak ni automatic, sorry. It should be, I'm not sure why it's automatic, not automatic. Okay, so dia tak, I mean, it's not automatic if you press delete, but it is automatic if you move it. Okay, apparently lah. Dia tak macam Final Cut Pro. Okay, for example, okay, so if I press delete over here, okay, so dia, wait. If I move this, if I press delete, okay, it will have this space over here. Okay, but if I move this to the back, okay, dia ada ripple kat sini. Dia automatically dia tutup ruang itu. Okay, so I would definitely suggest everyone to enable the ripple. Okay, enable the ripple kat sini. Okay, unless you are adding something new, for example macam audio. Okay, because if you add audio, everything else will follow. Maksudnya dia akan bergerak ke belakang. Okay, padahal kita nak audio tu di bawah track, for example. Okay, I will show you guys later on how to add the audio. Okay, so I've deleted the first footage now yang go tu. It will start like this.
The cinema of film that we know today are not how they used to look like back then.
Okay, and then usually it's always the end. So this audio saya nak. Okay, and if we go to the end of the footage,
We call a single picture.
okay, dia sepatutnya cut lah.
Single.
Okay, but I just give the thumbs up kepada director. It should not be like that. Okay, it should be the director knows your script. Okay, and then the director will say cut when you're done. So that's why dia agak lama.
Or a single picture.
Okay, dia agak lama because I'm waiting for the director to say cut. Okay, but then he didn't say cut. I have to cut for him, basically. Okay, so kita buang. Okay, di penghujung sini. Okay, I'm going to press it again. And then dia dah split pada dua bahagian. So bahagian kedua ini yang saya nak buang. Okay, I just press delete. Okay, so this will be the working one lah. So all those yang action dengan cut sudah dibuang.
Are not how they used to look like back then. The film was first created.
So beza shortcut dengan Adobe Premiere. Adobe Premiere, you have your own blade that you can cut through. Okay, that's like your pointer. Okay, your pointer here, it can cut anyway. Okay, but with shortcut, it is still basic. It's like window video player, a window video editor. Okay, you have to split using this function over here. Okay, there ada shortcut which is S, but I think for today I'm not going to teach you guys shortcut. It's preferably if you can discover the hotkeys yourself lah. Okay, it will take time. Okay. And then you will not be able to see what I do if I use shortcut. So better I just use whatever I have here. Okay, so you can press split. Okay, sekarang saya dah ada. Okay, now I want to add the narrator. This is the second part tadi. Okay, alright. So second video start over here. Sini. Okay, and if you realized when I'm moving my, I have to make it bigger. If I'm moving my footage, dia macam ada, nampak tak? Dia macam snap. It has the, dia macam terus like that. Biasa gerakan dia akan terus macam tu. Okay. Dia macam ada effect magnet. Okay. This is very useful because sometimes if you don't realize, you might move like this. Okay. Especially when your footage are a lot. Okay. Dia banyak. Macam ni kan. Okay. So you might not see this small room over here. Okay, so that's why we want to use the magnet. Okay, so this will be the magnet feature lah, the snapping. Okay, if I disable this toggle snapping, okay, so beza dia adalah bila saya gerakkan ini. Okay, when I try to move this footage, okay, so this snapping. Nampak tak? But this is dangerous because let's say if you cannot estimate, okay, where the next one will be, the end of next one, let's say if you move like this, kan. Okay, and then you tak perasan sebenarnya ada ruang dekat sini. And when I make it zoom out, okay, this is very hard to notice. But when you press play, dia kan ada gelap sekejap. Okay, dia terus jump cut. So we want to avoid that. So better we enable this magnet lah, snapping ni. Okay, because when you move it, dia akan terus snap. Okay, when we play, apa dia?
Voiceover. In truth,
Okay, so for this part, it is only for my voiceover. Okay, so I don't want the visual, I want the voiceover. So what we can do is, okay, go to this video and go to the beginning of the track over here. Okay, dia ada logo, logo microphone. Okay, megaphone, sorry, logo megaphone dan ada logo mata. Okay, mata maksudnya visual lah, manakala yang megaphone maksud dia audio. Okay, so I don't want the visual. So I will just butakan dia. Butakan mata dia, dia akan jadi gelap. Okay, but when I press play,
voiceover. In truth,
hanya
film start.
keluar. Okay, so over here I would want to put my graphics sebenarnya. Okay, and I actually want to cut juga lah. I want to cut this voiceover.
Picture. Voiceover.
Okay, voiceover tu ganggu. I will split over here and I will delete this one. Okay, split over here. Let's listen to what I have to say.
Truth, film started as a collection of still images viewed.
Okay, so film started as still images. Now I want to add text. Okay, saya nak tambah text. I would add another visual because text dia mata. You look at text, so it's part of visual. So add one more track for audio. So we have visual 3 now. Okay. Okay, pergi ke open other. Okay, on your upper left side. Okay, ada open others. Okay, press this and you would have text over here. Okay, jangan tekan yang lain. Okay, press the text. Okay, so you can press, you can insert your text now. So moving image, just okay, and then you can save if you want. Okay, I'm going to save because if you're going to use this text numerous times, kalau nak pakai text banyak kali, better save dia. Okay, if you're using it just once, then you have to save. Okay, but if you want to use it over time, okay, it's better to save. Film. Okay, and then press. Okay. All right, and then you can pick the preset here. So intro ke transparent. So I'm just going to choose my default, which is film tadi, nama dia, and I'm going to press OK. All right. So untuk text, the way you drag is slightly different. Okay, so for text, this is special. Including any other things that you want to drag from this side into your timeline. Okay, maksudnya kalau anda nak drag, okay, mana-mana elemen ataupun mana-mana visual daripada window di sini, okay, tak boleh drag biasa because let's say for example if I try to drag now, I'm clicking now and I'm holding it, I'm moving it, dia tak keluar. Okay, what you have to do is
Voiceover.
okay. So make another thing. Just with the text, you have to press shift, tekan shift, okay, tekan shift, okay, and then press hold. Alamak. Saya terdelete dia punya ni track, okay. You have to press shift and then move this ke sini. Okay, so you will have the text over here. Over here.
In truth, film started as a collection of still images viewed.
So that is the text tadi. Now, we will go back to the text later, okay, because there are some things that you might want to edit with the text. So we've gone to timeline and edit on timeline. Okay. Better I add sound. Just simple sound. Sebentar. Oh. Alright, so adding sound is also similar. Sama juga dengan adding media. So I have my sound over here. I'm going to drag it into our media playlist. Okay, so dia akan track ke sini lah. Okay, it's better actually if you rename everything. Sebab sekarang a bit malas. Okay, but you can actually rename dia. Okay, we have to rename before you drag in. Okay, so it's easier for your colleague. Let's say if you're working more than one. Okay, it's easier if you rename all this clip. Okay, before you add it into. Saya lupa nak mention tadi. Okay, for example, track 1, it could be intro. So you can type it as, say, intro. Okay, and then you drag this into the media playlist. So it will be named as intro. I think you can edit it sebenarnya. Tak dapat. Okay, so I think that's one downside of this shortcut. You cannot rename your media over here. Okay, so for audio, okay, so we're going to right click, okay, track operation, and then add audio track. Okay, so this one is specifically for audio. Okay, so I'm going to drag this audio over here.
Sekejap ya, ada masalah teknikal.
Dia masalah technical because ingat tak, I said you have to rename kan? Okay, so I forgot that I clicked on this one tadi. It was supposed to be this one, 01 track 1. Okay, but I put intro, so now it does not match. So the registry, okay, is trying to find 01 track 1. Okay, tapi tak jumpa because yang 01 in the original album, okay, it is being renamed to intro. Okay, so if I drag this again, kat sini, and I remove this, okay, and I drag the extra one tadi, yang ni, yang sudah rename tadi, okay, should be fine. Let's try.
The cinema of film that we know today are not how they used to look like back then.
The sound.
The film was first created not immediately as a complete film or even film actually under professional.
Okay. Dengar tadi muzik, dengar. I think okay, should be alright. Dia agak kuat sikit, nanti kita akan edit dia. Okay, so yes. So be careful yang pasal rename tu, make sure you rename awal-awal. Okay, because what happened tadi, like what I did, happened to me, I renamed after I dragged the media into the playlist. Okay, so they're basically looking for the playlist with the same name. So bila you tukar nama, dia dah lost. Okay, because it's looking for the exact name of that document tadi. Okay, so that's why it's also very dangerous if you are editing with your your hard drive. Okay, because if your hard drive you plug your hard drive in your laptop, it is on the C drive, for example, C drive kan. Okay, you save everything inside your hard drive, should be fine. Okay, but if your friend borrow your pen drive, then dia nak edit ataupun you want to edit your project, okay, using someone else's laptop, okay, and when you plug it into D drive D is already different registry. Dia punya alamat sudah salah because awal-awal dia minta C. Okay, tapi bila pergi kepada laptop lain, dah jadi D. Kan? So that one also dia akan lost. Okay. Alright, so Prof. Edmund asking, is the audio, do the audio have to be MP3 format? Why I chose MP3 because MP3 is the most versatile audio format out there. Okay, it's not the best one, of course. The best one definitely should be WAV, WAV, and then AIF, yeah, should be AIF lah, AIFF. Yep, those two are the good one. MP3 is already flat, okay. But what's good about MP3 is because the MP3 it is always small, the size, okay. but it is not flexible because everything sudah flat. Let's say if you have layers, okay, in your audio, and then you turn it into MP3, everything flat become one layer, okay. But if you're using wave, okay, and then you put you're using, let's say, some very high tech audio punya editing software, okay, when you use wave tu dia pecahkan dia punya audio kepada beberapa layer. Okay, for example, bass layer, you can take out bass, and then violin layer ke ataupun deep drum layer, dia sudah terbahagi. Okay, but for MP3, you cannot take out single layer, tak boleh. Okay, but for very basic one, MP3 is the easiest or the most prevalent software out there. Yang paling sepah lah adalah MP3. Okay, and then you say, what if we have files of copyright free from YouTube? They are in MP4. MP4 should be, was it video and MP4? Was it video? I'm not sure if MP4 is accepted. You can try. I don't have MP4 file right now, so I'm not sure if it's accepted in Shortcut. Okay, but as of now, apparently it accepts MP3. Okay, but a few software, they are very limited in their format. Okay, for example, macam FCP. FCP Final Cut Pro, they don't accept should be OGG. Yang the format OGG dia tak terima. Okay, and then even for Adobe Premiere Pro, they also reject some format. Okay, but MP3 mostly it is accepted across all platforms, across all editing platforms. Okay. So yes, I'm not sure with MP4 whether they accept or not. Okay. Let me check. Pasal copyright fee. Okay, copyright fee or free. Sorry, if we have files of copyright free from you. What if we have? I'm not sure I understand this. So what do you mean? What if we have files of copyright? Is it free from YouTube? Files of copyright free from YouTube. So you get the, I assume it's basically you get the files for free and then from YouTube. Okay, so boleh. All right, dangerous now. Kalau let's say you are using songs that are copyrighted, okay, copyrighted songs are very risky because nowadays, okay, sekarang ini, YouTube ke, Facebook ke, Instagram, okay, they are very strict, okay, on this music copyright. Okay, if you use very popular song or that song is still in copyright, is basically less than 30 years old, okay, automatically your video will be muted. Maksudnya, punya video terus tak ada bunyi. Okay, because they want to protect the audio ataupun that song. Okay, paling-paling dia akan bagi email dulu. Okay, they will send you email or give you message telling you that okay, you have portions of copyrighted music. Okay, even if you use 30 seconds, the same thing. Let's say if you just use one section only, not the whole audio or music, it will be the same thing. Okay, so better avoid any copyrighted music. Okay, for my rule of thumb, any music that is less than 30 years old or 20 years old, yang umur dia di bawah 30 tahun, that is basically a no-go. Okay, mana-mana lagu yang umur dia bawah 20 tahun. Okay, maksud dia masih lagi baru, okay, dan kemungkinan besar music tu masih lagi di-protect oleh dia punya copyright. So automatically, okay, so either your video will be banned, okay, if you use the whole song, for example, terus kena ban. Okay, tak ada lagi dia mute. Okay, they will still give you email telling you that you have infringed the copyright. Okay, I would say, I mean, there are ways to bypass, tapi saya rasa terlampau that technique to bypass the copyright is too much of a hassle. Okay, banyak sangat benda kena buat, so better jangan pakai. Okay. Classical song, okay, since most classical song they are like 100 plus kan. Okay, usually classical song are safe. Okay. And then when I say 30 years old and below are safe to use, there's always but. Ada but tu. Okay. Sebab certain family member, for example macam kalau lagu itu sangat popular. Okay, lagu James Dean for example. Okay, lagu James Dean walaupun dah lebih daripada 50, I think 70 years old kot. Okay, I would say 50 lah, 50 years old. Dia punya family, the relative, okay, James Dean, sorry, let's take Elvis lah, Elvis punya family, dia extend the copyright sampai sekarang. Walaupun dah lebih daripada 50 years. Itu pun boleh. Maksudnya, walaupun music tu terlama, dia punya IP actually dah expired. Tapi dia punya family masih lagi renew dia punya IP, dan that song is still not free to use. Masih lagi tak boleh pakai. Lagu di Malaysia saya rasa lagu P. Ramlee, I think, slightly risky. Okay, ada music dia, ada copyright yang dia punya family, either family dia ataupun orang yang pegang dia punya copyright dah renew. Okay, because lagu P. Ramlee sangat popular. So, any than that, dekat Malaysia so far, lebih daripada 30 selamat dipakai. Selamat digunakan. Yang dekat Europe ataupun US itu, okay, that one is dangerous lah. Okay, sebab macam music, especially music, Elvis lah, Elvis, okay, and certain classical song, okay, dia masih lagi ada copyright walaupun dah beratus tahun dia dihasilkan. Okay, okay, alright. So Prof. Emma said the files are referred to are background music videos from YouTube and they are listed. Yes, so should be no problem. Okay, if that YouTube channel say it is royalty free or non-copyrighted, okay, it is free to use, so should be free to use. Okay, in a way it should be safe to use lah. Okay, but try to because certain YouTube dia punya channel itu they just curate, maksudnya they compile, they collect the sound, the music, okay, that is collected from other sources. Okay, for example nama orang lah, David LaChapelle. Okay, dia bagi music for free. Lepas tu saya orang ketiga, saya kumpul. Okay, so I collect all this free song. Okay, and then from composer A, from composer B, C, D, E, I compose everything. Okay, and then I put it up on YouTube under my channel. Okay, and that one is actually it is still fine to use, but somehow for me personally, it's not fair to composer A, B, C. Okay, because I'm the one who kumpul kan, tapi saya upload, saya tak mention nama mereka. I don't give credit to them. Okay, so if you can, try to find the name of the composer lah, and then just mention their name. Okay, if you cannot find that, it's okay. Kita just husnuzon lah dalam Islam kan, or just bersangka baik, harap-harap mereka tidak terasa. So mereka juga cakap muzik itu adalah untuk kegunaan secara percuma. Okay, next would be adding sound tadi. So sound should be fine. Okay, so the way we edit sound, same thing as we edit the video. Okay, we just press the split over here. Okay, and this sudah split lebang. Okay, alright, so easy like that. Okay, so sudah add video. Okay, now we want to add the fade transition. Okay, fade transition. Alright, so okay, this sound is quite loud. Sedikit. So now we want to add this fade transition. Fade maksudnya dia slowly hilang. Okay, it's a very popular effect. Okay, go to filter. Okay, pergi filter. Okay, and then press this plus one. Okay, so add. Okay, is it different? Sebentar ya. Oh, here, wait, sorry, not this one. It's here. plus over here, add filter, and then fade in and fade out if you can find. Wait. Okay, I'm just going to use the fade in video sajalah dulu. Okay. So over here dia akan terus automatically ada macam that this triangle thingy over here. Okay. So before I add this, it looks like this. So it's very sensitive. Okay. Okay, but I think you get what I mean. Okay, before you add it, for example, this one over here, dia nampak normal kat sini, but if we add filter, okay, fade out video, dia akan keluar yang fade out ini. Okay, this means that you have applied the fade out filter. Okay, over here it means you have added fade in filter. Okay, so when I press play,
The cinema
enable dulu. Okay. So the video will be on this source monitor tadi. Okay, when I press play,
the cinema of film
okay, it slowly fade in.
the cinema
nampak tak?
of film
Dia
that
ada
we know
warna gelap
today
sikit, so slowly fade in. Okay, so this fade in is very important if you want to finish one certain footage. Okay, for example this one. Okay, kita nak slowly dia hilang. Okay, and then akan disambung dengan text, for example. Okay, when I play,
a single picture. In truth, film
Okay,
started
image.
as a collection of
Okay.
still
This
images
image pun actually you can apply the filter juga. Okay, double click dia and then pergi filter. Okay, and then go to, okay, this one have to push it down. Okay. So you have a few lists over here. Okay, you can change the text. Okay. You can change the thickness of the outline. Okay, tak nampak sangat. Okay, macam ni. Okay. The outline makin besar. Okay, you can change the outline. I might change it. Let's say if we want to experiment with yellow. Keluar yellow and thickness, kurangkan thickness. Just like that. So untuk dia punya fade in, fade out, okay, you can try to hover above the footage over here. Okay, pergi atas. You will realize that there is this beeping black dot. Okay, this is the fade lah. Okay, yang ni hanya untuk text. Okay, you can press it like that. Okay, you can hold, press, and then drag it to the right. Okay, maksudnya dia akan fade selama 15 saat. Oh, I think 15 millisecond ni. Okay, 15 milisaat. Okay, dia akan fade in.
in truth.
I think my laptop is slightly slow, that's why dia tidak
Truth picture.
translating.
In truth,
Dia sepatutnya fade.
still images viewed rapidly viewed rapidly
Dia sepatutnya boleh. I'm not sure why it is not
rapidly
fading in over here.
images viewed rapidly after one
Because over here dia dah take semua, it should fade in, fade out.
film actually
Yeah.
originated from a
Okay, so I think because it's over black area, so that's why dia tak nampak dia fade tadi. Okay, but if I put it over here, okay, so with this fade in, okay, if you look at the effect,
Film
okay,
actually originated
dia
from a
slowly
single
muncul.
frame,
Okay, so it
or in
looks
this
nicer
case,
lah.
what we call
Okay,
a single.
as compared to when you remove the fade, okay, if you remove the fade, dia akan muncul secara mengejut. Okay, so it does not look good.
Film actually
Like that.
originated from a single frame, or in this case, what we
Okay. So that is for the fade transition. Apply video filter. Okay, so yang video filter, okay, so this one also depending on your creativity. So how you want to change the properties of your video. Okay, so I'm going to try this one. Okay, again, click on the video. Sini. Close this. Okay, so go to filters. Okay, and then press add. Okay, so you will find, so for video, okay, so you have so many filter here. Ada banyak filter untuk effect. Okay. Let's say orang rasa saya punya video terlampau terang. Okay, so my video is slightly too bright for you. So we can use brightness. Okay, this one, the brightness. So double click on the brightness. So the brightness punya toggle is over here. So now my brightness is at 100%. Okay, so I can adjust it over here. So nak gelapkan lagi lah. Okay, make it less than 100%. Okay. So perhaps 80%. Okay, so it's going to be a bit darker. Okay. And then I think I found out something. So I did an update. I saw chroma. Chroma is usually for the green screen. Okay, let me try the green screen. Because previously it was not there. Tak ada kat sana. It seems like they have updated dia punya ni. Oh, boleh. Okay, so basically green screen you can remove. Oh, no, it's not. Oh, it's a different one. Okay, so I think, yeah. So belum lagi lah. Yeah. So green screen belum lagi. So I think this is a different kind of chroma key. I thought it was supposed to be the color key lah, chroma key untuk green screen. So kalau nak buang, boleh tekan tolak di sini. Okay. Alright, so that is for the fade lah. So untuk text lain, so text you have to hover above your footage. Okay, and then you just drag lah dekat atas sini. Something like that. Alright, so we've done transition. Okay, and then we've done also apply video filter. Okay, so for filter is basically up to your creativity. So whichever you want, okay, you can just press one by one. Okay, it's up to you. Dia ada banyak lah. Okay, so for the favorite, if you want to if you want shortcut, okay, so you don't want to go through this selection anymore, you can just go to favorite. Okay, these are some of the most popular filter, okay, that people are using. Okay, so white balance, rich, and so on, mute, sebagainya. Okay, if let's say you want to mix others that are not favorite, you can just press this favorite button. Dia akan jadi favorite dan akan transfer masuk ke dalam you punya favorite function kat sini. Okay. Okay, so color grading pun penting juga. Okay, let me try to add this color grading. Okay. If you want to change the color, you want to fix the color, you can just move this around. So I think it is slow now. Saya put my shortcut. Okay, it's supposed to change color lah sebenarnya kat sini, but I think it is loading. Oh wait, no, it's over here. Let's try filter. Color grading. Because I'm looking a bit red. Okay, saya akan kurangkan warna merah, for example. As you can see, it's already changing. Okay. Now, adjusting this color kat sini. Something like that. Okay. This one is actually for me, it is for advanced user. Okay, because if you are not used to edit or use color grading, okay, so you might mess up your footage lah. Okay, so you have to be very careful not to in a way risk your footage and change the color too much. Okay, because now, okay, so I'm less red over here. So this is the original photo tadi, and this is the original. This is the original one. Okay, it's very
The
yellow, very red. Okay, this is the edited one. Okay, it's less yellow. Dia kurang warna sepia tu tadi. Okay. Alright, so that's for the apply video filter. So kita dah add music dan juga audio tadi. Okay, and then next will be insert text. Okay, so insert text. Okay, so you have to add like this one tadi. Saya add one more playlist. Okay, so you have to right click on the empty space. Sini, okay, boleh. Alright, so track space and then add video track. Okay, add video track and then you go to open other. Okay, and then go to text. Okay, so I'm gonna put intro to UNIMAS. And then press OK. And then press shift and then drag into this empty track over here. Okay, so this will be your intro to cinema. Okay, and if you want to edit a few things over here, it's basically dekat sini lah. I have to tinggikan. Okay, dia di bawah sini. Alright, so you can edit the background, padding, thickness, and so on. So boleh just, try to experiment. Okay, so on all of this. Okay, make sure one thing, okay, that always happen. Okay, also to my student. Okay, they realize that their interface change all of a sudden. Okay, so if let's say you're using shortcut, okay, tiba-tiba rasa berubah. Okay, for example, let me try. Kawan dia berubah. This one. Okay, and then something like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, so you have to always remember that. Okay, so untuk bawah ini, so always pick timeline. Tadi ada dua kan, dia ada keyframe satu. Okay, so this part over here. Okay, so always go for timeline. Okay, do not select keyframe, and then if for this one, okay, so always go to playlist. Dia akan kembali semula lah kepada you punya playlist kat sini. Something like that. Okay. If let's say tadi ada, saya tak sure how the layout changed. Okay, but if you want this back, okay, just go to playlist. Okay, always press playlist. Okay, to make everything normal again. Okay, and if things appear suddenly, macam pasal filter kan, tiba keluar benda ni. Okay, and you don't want this anymore. Okay, you can always press this close button. Tutup button ni dan tutup sini, for example juga. Okay, tutup lagi. It will become like this. Okay, So tapi jangan tutup ni lah. This is for your timeline. Okay. So try not to close this. Okay. And then untuk keyframe, keyframe sebenarnya they better if you have or you have a video actually. Keyframe is basically if you want to move something or you want to adjust the filter. Okay, for example, contohnya lah. Let me use this for example. Contohnya kat sini.
As a collection of
No, this one. Over here, for example. Okay, I want to apply zoom in, let's say. I think they have different name for zoom in, tak apa. Channel. Okay, tak apa. I'm going to manually buat zoom in. So I'm going to split this. Okay, split this. Okay, I'm going to do keyframe. Okay, I think for keyframe, I would move it to next time lah. Okay, so keyframe ini so far, because they've changed a few things actually. They update. Okay, so I can no longer find the find the zoom in punya filter. Okay, tak apa. So keyframe, dia basically guna dia is if you want to zoom in. Okay, let's say you want to make this word bigger, for example. Okay, make it bigger as in your camera is slowly zooming into this word, for example. Okay, so that's one use of the keyframe. So unfortunately, this one, the keyframe to is a bit weird if I don't use the zoom in. Okay, so we're just going to put this aside first. Okay, and then for export, okay, so this is when you have finished. I think sama juga dengan semua software. Okay, so when you are done, you can just press this box over here. Okay, press export. Okay, bila dah habis. Okay, and then so far you can just use whatever they have mentioned here. Okay, use the default punya setting lah. And then you can just press export file. I'm going to go to desktop. Okay, I'm going to put the exported file inside my folder over here. Okay, and it's safe. Okay, so the timings over here. So the more your videos are high quality, okay, so it will take more time. So if your video is slightly lower and then you don't use much effects, okay, or filter, then it's going to be much faster. Okay, so I think Mr. Terry said something about the chat. To zoom, maybe can use the size position. That's one thing you can use sebenarnya. Okay, so let me try the size tadi. Okay, this one. Alright. Yang ni boleh tukar the size, size, position and dia punya rotation. Okay. You can apply this filter. Okay, press this. Okay, it will change here. Yep. Okay, so this one I can try to work on this. Terus ini dulu. Okay. We want to zoom in. Kita nak zoom in kan dia. Okay, first thing, okay, this is our, let's say this is our, the size that we're going to start. Okay, so we have to pin the keyframe awal-awal. This is also keyframe. Mana-mana bentuk yang macam-macam ini dikira sebagai keyframe. Okay, but in this case, the keyframe is over here. So just press keyframe di sini. Okay, but we have to make sure that we are in the beginning. So this is the beginning. Okay, I will go to set the keyframe over here. Okay, dah set. Okay. And then saya akan pergi ke tengah-tengah lah. In the middle. Okay, so I want it to be bigger. Something like that. Something like that. So should be that can zoom in,
film,
so zoom in.
or even the
Or zoom
film
in.
was first
So I have to press this one. Yeah, this is slightly different than Adobe.
even
See,
the film was first
something like that.
created not
So put the
immediately as
center
a
because this one you have to move everything lah. So dia punya position dan juga dia punya size. Okay. Dia punya size is the position over here. The big in the end.
the film was first created not immediately
Move it. Serahkan dia ke sini.
or even the film
something like
was
that.
first created not immediately as a
Okay, so that is the use of keyframe lah tadi. So you basically want to slowly move either the size, okay, the position or the rotation of your footage slowly. Okay, so from one point to another point. Okay, so better in the middle lah macam ni. So in the middle. Okay, because if you put it at the end, okay, so it's not going to stop. Maksudnya dia akan bergerak sampai ke hujung. Okay, for example, if this thing, yang ni kan dia punya toggle ini, if I move sampai ke hujung, okay, dia akan habis sampai ke hujung ini, dia punya keyframe. If I play, it will not stop.
The film was first created not immediately as a complete film or even visual with proper narrative or storytelling.
Something like that. Okay, so that is the use. Sorry, that is the use of keyframe tadi. So we are done with keyframe. It is slightly different than other software lah for sure. Okay, so kita dah export tadi. So we can go back to our folder file, webinar. Okay, and I think practice. So this will be this one. This will be our video.
The cinema of film that we know today
So this will be
are
our
not how they
exported
used to look like
video
back
lah. Sebab
then.
saya tadi dah
The film was
sudah mute the sound. Okay, so there's no sound.
first created not immediately as a complete film or even the film compelling
Dapat tak? So moving
or even
images.
visual storytelling such as the
And then this one only
session
audio
of
kan,
images
because
creates the illusion.
I remove the visual. Okay. All right. So I think that's all for now. Okay, for our shortcut tutorial. Okay. Any question? Ada soalan berkenaan dengan shortcut? I think it's very straightforward kan. This software.
Encik Alif, maybe you could share regarding on the audio and also the images, which maybe website or any sources, free sources that you usually use.
Okay.
Oh, another one from Prof. Edmund. Can you show how to do voiceover again?
Okay, so for voiceover, okay, dia ada dua cara voiceover. Okay, satu cara adalah um, dia punya sumber, okay, so the source of the voiceover is basically from your phone. Okay, so if you use your phone, you use the recorder function, it will automatically produce audio format voice. Okay, maksudnya the recording, it will become either wave ataupun MP3. Okay, so if it's already audio format, okay, so what you can do is you can just insert audio as usual. Okay, maksudnya, so you press right and then track operation, add audio track because it's already it's already audio. Okay, the other one, let's say you are shooting your voiceover with your phone, for example, macam itulah for this one. And what you can do with this one, if I try play,
This succession of images creates the
I
illusion of
wanted my audio only. I don't want my visual. Okay, so you just press this eye thingy. Okay, so hide the visual. You are left with the audio. Okay, so this can be used as your
this succession of
voiceover
images.
for your audio. Dia dua cara. Okay, I hope my explanation helps, Prof. Edmund. Boleh ya? Okay, no problem. Tadi apa, Dr. Fiza? Apa nama ni yang video?
Kalau untuk audio and ataupun image, selalu kan kita aware, concern about copyright issue macam tu kan. So maybe ada suggestion daripada Encik Alif where to search and to get the free audio and also image.
Okay, untuk audio saya actually ada. I mean I have a list, but unfortunately it's in my folders. Okay, susah nak cakap. Dia ada sound hub tetap saya. Okay, but you can just actually, the easiest one, okay, you can just put sound effect royalty free. Okay, dekat sini memang dia cakap. Okay, so all of this website, they are providing user with royalty free music. Okay, so you can just pick any of this website. For example, I pick this one. Okay, but like I mentioned now, most of this website, they wanted you to register. Okay, ataupun in case macam ini, so this one, premium bit, they want you to pay. Okay, it's basically by subscription. So this is not good. Okay, I would not like that. Oh yes, so Encik Dr. Terry ada mention you can get from Petar website. Okay, so I've never done this. Okay, so yes, so you can try this. Okay, or you can this one Zeblet free. So because it's in purple, so meaning I've visited this website before. So this one they need you to register only. Okay, so everything after that, okay, so you can just download for free. Okay, Zeblet one of those. Okay. Cuma dia ada bahagian premium lah. Premium meaning that it is of high quality. Okay, but if you're a free user, you can use anything that they offer you for free. I think Soundbank sama juga. And free sound also. Okay, this one looks like you have to pay untuk Epidemic Sound. Okay, so this one I use a lot actually, this free sound. Okay, so you can just register, okay, and then you can download for free. Okay, but these sounds, they are mostly sound effect. Okay, ataupun Foley orang cakap. Okay, so for MOOC video, I don't think you would want to use Foley. Okay, so it's preferably music. Kalau music, okay, I would say just go to YouTube. Okay, let's say YouTube man, and then royalty free music. Okay, so semua ni free lah basically. Yang dia cakap ni, sekejap. Okay, this one royalty, ni audio library. Okay, so you can select from here, and all of this actually free. Okay, dia cakap royalty free music, no copyright music. Okay, dia banyak lagi sebenarnya. So you don't have to depend on this. So if you scroll down here, okay, so all of this mostly they are royalty free. Untuk image, you can also Google online free image. There's one website saya pun lupa dah. Okay, I think this one and this one. Let me try. Okay, it seems like these are free. Yang ini. Photos for everyone. So Unsplash, foto dia percuma, and then Pixabay, okay, juga percuma, okay, and then Pexel pun percuma, okay. But I have not read their terms and conditions. Saya rasa ada, okay. So certain of these, okay, they want you to credit the original user. It's free to use, okay, but you have to mention, okay, the artist name, okay, at the end of your video ataupun anywhere that you can credit to them. Okay, so let me type here. So Unsplash. Okay. So ini free photo. Cuma of course memandangkan dia punya platform is international. I think mostly from US. So dia punya content it is slightly American or European centric. Okay, jarang ada benda-benda yang berkaitan dengan Asia lah. Okay, maksudnya orang putih lah, you will see this Caucasian people a lot, or culture, okay, that is related to European or American setting. So that's all again from me. Any other question?
Okay, rasanya macam tak ada soalan in the chat box pun tak ada juga. Okay, alright. Since we don't have any more questions, maybe Cik Alif want to get kata-kata advice to all of MOOC developers. I guess many of us rasanya beginner lah untuk ni edit the video.
Okay. Actually, we have like 30 minutes to 45 minutes session untuk practical. Okay. I mean, if you were in CTF tadi boleh, meaning that you shoot just very simple video. Okay, and then I will try to assess you doing your editing lah ataupun masa shooting. But I think with our situation dengan online ni rasa susah lah. Okay, mungkin ada yang pakai handphone kan, tak ada laptop. Okay, so agak susah. Okay, but it's okay. I would say for now, let's say if you are proceeding with your MOOC after this, your shooting, you can just let us know. Okay, let's say if you have your end product before you want to start editing, okay, you can just do some draft for us. Okay, and then let us know if you want some what you call this, some advice or some comment from us. Okay, all right. So for my last word. Practice makes perfect. Itu yang paling penting, especially when it comes to editing. Okay, so this is basically the same advice I tell my student. Okay, because if you don't practice a lot, okay, you're definitely going to lose that. Even now, to be honest, saya ajar post production, meaning that I actually teach Adobe Premiere, Adobe After Effects. Okay, but I have not been using that software for such a long time. I'm starting to forget some talent. Okay, especially when I used to use CS6, now they're on CC, so dia punya interface pun dah berubah. Okay, so if you want to get used to it, okay, saya tahu ada yang first time, macam tadi ada siapa cakap, this Puan Vun Vun Chok Ping, okay, saya blur. Yang itu pun agak, komen yang agak selalu orang cakap, okay, because it is something, let's say if you're not used to do editing, okay, even looking at the interface is going to give you a PTSD. Awak tengok pun awak nervous kan macam ni kan. Okay, so one thing you have to do is you have to really keep on practicing. Okay, sometimes you discover something that is going to be of interest to you. Okay, I cannot teach every single one because it really needs me more than one day. Okay, because I usually do 2 days untuk ajar daripada awal, really the basic, the technicality of this shortcut, okay, of any editing software, okay, memahami dia punya konteks juga, dia punya konteks dan konsep, okay, baru boleh faham sepenuhnya. Okay, so I would say just do some simple editing, okay, do some very basic editing juga. So use simple, mula you can start with visual, gambar. Okay, so if you can at least splitting the visual, the gambar, then you can move to video. And after video, you can move to adding sound, you can move to adding text. Okay, so try to start slowly. Okay, so I have here the list. Okay, list ini 1 until 10. This is very basic. Okay, so try to complete each one first. Fahami satu. Okay, so this also by chronological order. Okay, so try to complete, okay, or master each one of these. Okay, slowly. Okay, harap boleh berjaya sampai ke bahagian export. Okay, I think this is a very good list already. This one, okay, dah lengkap. Daripada basic yang paling asas sampai akhirnya itu kita akan buat export. Okay, that's all from me.
Alright, thank you so much Encik Alif. Memang banyak yang perlu digest especially to us yang baru-baru ni. Once again, thank you so much Alif and thank you so much to everyone.
Thank you everyone. Thank you. Apa-apa just let us know lah. Okay, thanks.
Thank you, Rafiza, Alif.
Okay, thank you, Zah. Thank you, Dr. Hedi.
Thank you,
Bye.
Terry. Okay, bye. Assalamualaikum.
Okay, Kesana. Thank you.